Yo, what's good? What it do? We out here, Ari the designer, and I'm out here with the ghost once again. What's poppin'?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We out here for the young creators conversation. You know what I'm saying? A conversation about progress, a conversation about progression, a conversation about creating. Not only creating in the creative space, but creating your own lane, whatever it may be. Business, dancing, music, art, architecture, whatever it is. But the important thing is progression. So, my brothers, could you please state who you are for any of the viewers who may not know y'all?
Alright, so this is Alo from the O31 Goats. So basically, O31 Goats is a brand where we focus on dance, music, and being influencers in the game. We have a whole lot of stuff that we're trying to portray for the youngins, the youth, like not just South Africans, but like globally, because that's what we have managed to, that's the level we have managed to put ourselves in terms of like our work and all that. So we're trying to reach out to so many people, and the message is just basically like following your dreams, doing what you love, and just being you. And regardless of whatever situation, just keep going and keep that vision up. So yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm Goatzilla.
Yes, sir.
Also a member of O31 Goats. So yeah, man. Our group is, I think Alo has explained everything. Our group, we focus on dance, music, being a public figure, and bringing smiles on people's faces, when they see us.
Yes, sir. Nah, that's hard. That's mad important. And yo, how did y'all talk to us about how y'all got into dance?
Oh, that's it.
Dang, so
high
like
school days, bro.
that was like around about 2016 when I moved to Durban. So
But when you started, like
when I started, it's kind of like a thing where I started like around grade 3. I was doing like competitions for my school. That's when like I hit my first stage, actually, my first talent show. That was grade 3 at First Steps Montessori School back in Eastern Cape. So that was my first talent show. But like, just to cut the story short, in terms of like how me and him linked up and all that, it was like when I came to Durban in 2016, George Campbell, because he also went to the same school that I went to. And one of our homies linked us up, because when I was there 2016, he was already out. Like, he had finished matric at the time. But there was a middle bro, our homie, Tinteo. He knew Zile and me at the same time, so he linked us up together type of thing. You get what I mean? So, yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically, on my side, I started like in primary school, bro. But this was me just like watching like Step Up. I was
Yes, sir. Yes,
just
sir.
me watching Step Up. Just me watching, just watching Step Up. Like, oh, dude, this thing is cool.
Yeah.
So I just started like practicing, but not like major, like performing and stuff like that. Just doing my thing, bro.
Yeah.
And there was one time in it was Civies Day. I don't know if they call it Civies Day.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
So I was there Civies Day. They bought people knew I was dancing around, bro, but like they wanted us to battle. So back then it was a whole thing of just like battling up the social media.
The battles was crazy.
Yeah,
the
so
battles
like-
was crazy. The battles was crazy.
Imagine, so in grade 7, I was battling this guy. We're pumping. That time I won the battle.
Yeah.
Then I was just like, yo, bro, I felt like I accomplished something, for myself.
Yeah.
And what I was doing. Yeah, dude. And when I got older, going into high school, it was, became a hobby. And yeah, bro, like when I got into high school, linked up with, well, I didn't know him at first, but like when I was in high school, I was a Nene guy.
Oh, yeah.
So then like the whole trending came through, like trending, making videos. That time I was making my videos by myself.
Yeah.
Doing my own videos, doing my ish,
Yeah.
making myself pop out, just
Yeah.
my name out there in high school.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get the girls,
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, bro. I wasn't a good talker like that, but like
But
you
you
know,
could
I
handle
could
it.
dance. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so then yeah, I was just dancing around, and then yeah, bro, I was that guy until Alo came in. He started making shake when I came out.
Yeah.
This boy
Yeah.
started making it shake in high school.
Your matric year was 2016.
2015.
2015.
Yeah,
Okay.
2015.
Bet.
That's my matric year. I matriculated past.
Yes, sir. You already know.
So yeah, I was out. I was doing my first year, and then yeah, dude, this homie, I was like, yo, and then Tay was like, yo, you have to link up with this guy, and at that time they were doing challenges. So the challenges was like, yo, these guys are dope, bro. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
These Ntuanas, I don't know what they doing, but I just
Yeah.
want to be a part of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did their first challenge. What was the challenge called?
The 18th.
So no, before that we started with like, I don't know if you guys maybe like know Fresh the Clowns, because there's like those clown dudes who was dancing back then. There was like that's when like the Instagram challenges were starting up.
Yeah.
So I don't remember, but it was like, bitch can't do it like me, can't win it like me, can't sex walk like me, can't hit the corn like me. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was like around about when Instagram was starting to pop off, you know. And I feel like that also had like a crazy influence in today's platforms in terms of like how to promote songs with dance challenges and all of that. But around 2016 was when it was starting off, and luckily for us, we was a part of that, and
Yeah.
the Wave actually recognized us
Yo, tapped in
locally
right.
and internationally. you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that's how literally the brand started like, yo, we
Yeah.
should take this seriously because we are those guys. You know what I mean?
Talk to us briefly about the transition to hip hop to music and how that happened.
Okay, so how did it happen really? Okay, so while we were dancing, about like we were, you know, doing tours. Obviously, with artists now, you know, we were people that make this music.
Yes, sir.
So obviously we in the space of creatives. So there'll be times we're in the studio, be like, yo, how do they do this? You know, how do they make, you know, this
Yes,
dope
sir.
music? So for us, it's like we wanted to like make music to like make ourselves, you know, make people dance.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
I want to, you know, give a big shout out to Breezy, you know, because he was like one of the guys who be like, yo, you guys are dope. Let's make people dance with your music. Let's start something, you know.
Zulu Bass King.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, Zulu Bass King.
Yeah, shout out him, shout
Zulu
out
Bass
him.
King, most
Shout out,
definitely.
yeah, shout out.
Shout
I
out
think
to him.
I think he was like one of the first people to like make like we did our first song, How You Doing?
And like it kind of
Yeah.
really opened our minds to
Yeah.
the possibilities of you transitioning as like an individual, you know what I mean, in terms of like the art space. And also like shout out to the people who've done it before, who we also looked up to,
Yeah.
because there was like Ayo and Teo, right? They started as like dancers from their basement to like hitting the shows, the BETs and all of that,
Yeah.
to them making songs, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And from them showing it that it's possible, they did it. And people like Zage D, you have your Zage D and CEO, you have 10K Cash. All of those people, they came up with the movements of like they creating dances and all that type of stuff, and then making theme songs. Tissa Korean, you
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? That's like part of the whole wave that we into,
Yes,
you know.
sir.
So for them to actually show, and those like artists from the USA, based in different parts of the USA though, but like since we
sir.
was all following that, because they literally started the wave. You know, She Loves Michi, you get what I mean? That's where all the inspiration comes from also. So big shout out to Breeze for real, because here in South Africa, he was like our big brother. I wouldn't even say mentor, but like big brother.
Shout out
'cause
Breeze, yeah.
it's
Big
crazy
time.
love. He basically unwired our minds to look at the endless possibilities of this whole thing type of thing. So that's how it happened, my bro.
And if you're trying to figure out who Breeze Zulu Bass King is, check out previous video. We interviewed him for Collaborate and Conquer, which is coming June 16th. It's gonna be some sauce. You already know.
Yes, sir.
Alright, cool. Let's talk about some sauce, you know, some gems, you know what I'm saying? Let's spill some sauce, you know. Let's firstly talk about networking. So I read you guys' Slick On Life artist profile, you feel me? And some of the things that y'all mentioned is like interpersonal skills and networking. You see, I got my English, you know what I'm saying? But I read all of that. Very well written, by the way, as well, which was amazing for also getting sponsors, just getting executives to really understand and believe in your vision. Like, I'd say people don't take that lightly. But anyway, point is, I read your Slick On Life artist profile, and you mentioned like the networking and being able to let's talk about networking. What works for y'all in terms of networking via social media and networking also in person?
So, you want to start?
Spill that sauce.
Alright, so I would like, okay, there's you can communicate with people differently. It doesn't have to be the same. You know? But the way and how it worked for us in networking with people was through our art. You know? So we would do like challenges, you know, and we'd have like this goal of just like, yo, bro, we want to perform with this person. How are we gonna do it? You know, how are we gonna link with him? How are we gonna communicate with him?
And basically provide value.
And provide value to what he's doing, because we also like a value. So we're trying to boost that, boost his brand by also boosting our brand.
Yes, sir.
So the way that so when something works hand in hand, it's way too easy. It's like people need to also think about that. Like if something works in hand to hand, it's inevitable. Like it's easy. So with us, we just use what we were good at. You know, do our videos, tag the people, get the people to see our video, and then after that, linking up is like, it's possible, because they would, you know, see our page and then see what you do, and then be like, yo, let's do a video, let's collaborate on something. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like now you pressing the person, be like, yo, we need to do this, and it doesn't. Your criteria is not linking with this guy's criteria.
Yes, sir.
So it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So networking is fine, but like you gotta know who you're networking and is it working? You know what I'm saying? When you link together, it's not something that you're trying to force. You know, people gotta think about that. You know?
Yes, sir.
It's not something you're trying to force. It's something that, you know, you think about. You see a vision. Oh yeah, like performing with this guy could be awesome. Let's try to do this. You know what I'm saying?
That's power.
Yeah, and another thing that I would like to add on, it's kind of like, Vele with the dance, right? That's our main point. That's what we do. So it's a thing that maybe if we dance to the guy's song, any artist, right, and they recognize. So another step for us to do in terms of like the networking, which is what we're talking about, you know, kind of like to build the relationship we're trying to create with him. There's a thing that we'd offer stuff like, you know, if they recognize a song and they have any performance type of thing, we'd be like, yo, we see you putting up to Durban and like on the stage, Ganjina. How about we try something like we hop on stage with you, we hype up the people, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, get the people jumping type of thing.
Yes, sir.
And most of the time, those artists would be like, yo, because they have never like really explored that type of like area or field or whatever. But even though they might have, but like in terms of like the type of style that we do, because we was like the trend dancers, so we was just like up to date with the trends, and at the time not a lot of people were doing that, and I feel like it was just literally us type of thing. You know, so that was the value at the time, and we're like, yo, these guys are up to the trends, they're trending on these social media platforms, you know, at the same time we're creating content on the stage. So like in terms of like, you know, helping out the artists in terms of like them having such people on set with him and us being on set with the artists, you know, it kind of works hand in hand, because it's like, yo, we've collabed on something And whenever we're trying to work with other people, we're like, yo, I have a relationship with these boys. And we're like, hey, we have a relationship. We've done this and that and that and that. So we just always like kind of tried finding a way to just provide value for everybody who you work with. And that's literally the most important thing in terms of like networking, because are we just gonna chill and do nothing? You're gonna waste my time? Are you trying to leech off of me, or are we really getting to like the groundwork? Are we really trying to do something valuable?
That's power. And I'm gonna say this, yo, real quick, yo, that word is mad important. The value, the V is for the value, man. It's very much important.
Yes, sir.
Always exchange value and carry value. You almost never lose. On that note, like giving value is so important and crucial. We're just gonna go on to the next question. Let's talk about some notable achievements. You know what I'm saying, and we'll keep this one a little bit like more concise. But which would y'all individually say was a game changer for y'all?
Okay, for me, I'd say it was the swoosh dance. You know, like how I came about the swoosh dance and stuff like that. That really kind of like brought about a huge wave, like a game changer, like how you saying. You know what I mean? Because so many people internationally, because everybody who creates like dance moves, there's challenges going on, and these people catch on the wave and then they do it. So from a kid from South Africa creating a dance move and it's blowing up globally type of thing, and that's like, yo, you get what I mean? So for me, most definitely the swoosh dance.
Your side, brother?
But on my side, the game changer for me is what I'd say is, you know, obviously, you know, the type of deals we would get. I wouldn't say. Let me think. There's so many.
There's so many. That's
There's
the
so
thing.
many, bro.
I'm trying to think, bro.
There's so many, but I would say on Elo's side, like I feel like for himself and for the group too, as I'm also a dancer, I feel like the swoosh was a game changer, something very different. You know, something that's never been happened. Well, it happened. There are a few dance moves in the hip hop game, but it was a bit old. But with the new styles that we're in right now, Elo coming with the swoosh dance, that was like a complete, like we got like literally everybody like doing like
Hey, man.
the swoosh.
No
like,
cap, I'll be doing the swoosh.
Yeah, bro.
That's a fact.
Most
So-
damn shout out to you for that, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yes,
Like it did uplift himself. It uplifted the gang. It uplifted the hip hop. You know, it uplifted me and myself. You know,
Yes,
like
sir.
literally being a part of that
whole wave,
the
that
whole
thing,
wave.
Yeah.
So I mean, Ricky, R.I.P. Ricky was doing the swoosh, man.
Most
That's
definitely.
crazy.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
shout out Ricky, man.
So yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the game changers that really, But there's a whole lot.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. Tune in next time for the rest.
Most definitely.
That's lit. And then also, what about Channel O? Actually, I did include this. Like, y'all got some of your music on Channel O.
Yeah.
Is there any like gems or nuggets that you'd have for artists in terms of how that's even possible? Because a lot of cats don't even know.
So what my advice would be is just to, like, since you are an artist, right? Let's say maybe you still new in the game or whatever, you just focus on making the music and shooting and all that type of stuff. But in terms of like the distribution of the songs, the content, and in terms of what you're talking about, the visual content, which is like music videos, there's like admin behind that and all of that. So I feel like it's the artist's responsibility to do the research in terms of like how do you submit and all that, and all that information is available like literally on the net. You get what I mean? So that's why we had to be like, hey, how can we get on TV type of thing? What initiative can we take on our side? Regardless or outside the whole management, because at the time we were like, hey, trying to find people who can do that stuff for us. But what really helps is if you could do it like yourself, because you are an entity as a brand, like together. We are those people who we trying to put out
Yeah.
So if we have the best interest in heart for ourselves, then that's the best thing. So just doing the admin, the groundwork, man. Just look it up.
That's lit.
Legit.
Yeah.
That's lit. Cause if you want to know more, man, go do your research. That's all it is.
Literally, bro.
That's really all it is.
Easy.
on
It's
the internet.
doable. It's
On
doable.
the internet. But yeah, another factor that I want us to tap into real quickly is social media. You know what I'm saying? And just building a brand. Like, people don't understand that it's an actual brand that you're building. Just like there's Nike that is in existence, or Zara, or Jordan, or you know, those are all brands. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, what gems would you say that you have in terms of tips for creators being able to get to the point of going viral?
Okay, my advice is to like be different, bro. Like, I mean, yeah, just be different. So, yeah, man, if you're an artist, bro, and maybe you're inspired by something, or there's something like, yo, I'm trying to do that, switch it up. Get inspired and switch it up and make it different. I feel like that's another thing people don't understand. You know, I mean, if you're an hip hop artist or you're a piano artist, oh wait, do the piano, but or the hip hop, but then like you gotta make it different. What's different about it? You know, for you to be viral.
Basically, you apply some sense of originality.
Yeah, original. Be original. So yeah, be original. How we also do our thing, bro. Like the way we original is like we from South Africa. From South Africa, we do love hip hop, and being original is we good at what we do.
Yeah.
So make sure you're also good at what you do. Like make it dope.
And make sure that you kind of show like where you're from and represent the place that you're from, because if you everybody was from different areas and whatever, you can like really tell, yo, this is not from here, this is from there.
Yeah.
So in everything that you do, just try and make sure that you represent like who you are, type of thing. And that's what really stands out, because you have a story to tell. These people will relate to the type of person you are. Who knows, there's people similar to you. You know.
Would you say that's a factor that leads to like followers increasing? Because if you think about it, like a following is like a sale, a query. It's basically the same principle. So what's that? What do y'all think originality is the factor that makes a person make that decision to say, I want to follow this? Give me time.
Yeah. It depends, bro.
I'd say also the interest, like if somebody's interested in what we do, which is like dance obviously, but like it adds even more value from the people where you grew up like from and all that type of stuff, seeing what you're doing, and they from the same place as you from, but you actually doing that and you're trying to push like a different narrative. They can relate to like, oh, I love this and I love how he's doing that. You know what I mean? So I feel like it works just hand in hand, like with the interest and like where you're from and all of that, like how you do it, how you inspiring that person. Like what story are you telling that person? It's always a different story. Some person knows this and that and that, and there might be like a mainline story where everybody's like, yo, that's why we like this. Type of thing. So
That's power. I hope y'all hearing that. And another thing that people don't talk about is just seeing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K or million. They don't talk about the work behind the scenes and actually creating content. That is intentional work. Unless you got the bag to pay somebody to do it. But other than that, it's intentional work, and it really takes from your time. And just a quick question to wrap on social media. What engagement would y'all say personally is most important? Likes, comments, followers, or shares, in your opinion?
So in this day and age, right, we have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have YouTube Shorts, right, and they all have different algorithms, right? So for Instagram, watch time, most definitely. So if I scroll through your video and I watch, how long does it take me to scroll past? You know what I mean? So you have to keep the view to watch the whole thing, type of thing. So once you do that, the algorithm picks up that, yo, this person's video was able to keep this person on the app for so long and for so long. what if we push it to more people similar to the person who's watching? How long are they gonna stay on the app type of thing? So watch time most definitely basically puts you in the algorithm, because that's what they trying to do. They're trying to keep people on these apps. Same as TikTok, you get what I mean? That's how with the TikTok it works. If you're trying to keep people on the app, that's the main goal of all these platforms, right? And with YouTube, I'd say it's like the hashtags you use, because they still trying to build in terms of them being more like TikTok and Instagram, because YouTube was a different platform, but now they're introducing shorts, which is like Instagram and TikTok, you get what I mean? So now the reach is still high. Anything that you do that people are interested in type of thing, they still have that organic reach, you get what I mean? So I feel like the most important factors is how do you hook the person to stay on the video? The first 3 seconds, what are they seeing that keeps them watching? And at the end of the video, how are they interacting after they've watched the whole thing? Like all those type of things. That you gotta consider these factors.
You gotta
the hook,
the
duration of the video, you know what I mean, and all of that. Because I also usually like do some research to like these algorithms.
Research.
So spreading some knowledge. That's some gem right there.
That's a gem, bro. You gotta do the research, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let me ask I'll call it the final question. What role has God played in y'all's progression? Individual perspective.
Man, you wanna start, bro? Or should I start? Thank you for asking that question, first, because without God I wouldn't be here. And I don't like really saying God, like, you know, the Heavenly Father. You know what I mean? Because I gotta show that respect, you know what I'm saying? So with me being here this day and age, firstly with the talents that I have, right? He has a plan and all of that. So I feel like with my passion from a young and like 12, 10 years old, 9 years old, because that's when I started doing it, right? All I had at that time, from my understanding, I was just doing it because, you know, I'm in school, talent shows and all that type of stuff. But in terms of like how things panned out for me finding a school in Durban, me having like, because I feel like also another thing that had an impact to me moving to Durban was my sickness, which is asthma, right? So back at home, like I used to get sick a lot, so I had to change the environment, you know, location, all that type of stuff. So when I got to Durban, it was better for me, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like all of that just led up to me meeting up these dudes, you know, because when I was in Durban, I made up with literally everybody who played a huge role. And that's not something I can foresee because I can't see the future. Only the Heavenly Father can, and He's the one putting the pieces for me to like stumble upon and, you know, just walk the right path. And in terms of like me just having faith in Him and praying, man, because I was like, yo, when I get to Durban, I'm still trying to do what I love. And that's what happened, and it got to the next level. Only to find out, like, after everything, school and all of that, this is where I'd be right now, doing this shit like full time, type of stuff. So that's not something I could do on my own, because who am I in this world, type of thing, to see some stuff like that. So I'm so grateful that he's a part of me, that he's guiding me, you know, through this whole journey and stuff. And man, you know, we not even perfect, bro, because I could even go, you know, I actually love this topic, but, you know, just for like time's sake.
Touch on it.
But like, bro, in terms of like our actions, you know, it works hand in hand. You know, you reap what you sow, type of thing. But with His grace, you know, where He wants to put you, type of thing, I feel like that's something that is so important, because we're human, we make mistakes. At the end of the day, you know, we forget certain things that He's done for us, but at the same time, He keeps His love on a certain consistency. Like, it doesn't change, you know. Even when you're going through the down side of things, those are lessons that build you up, type of thing, because it's not always going to be. You get what I mean? So, man.
That's a fact.
Okay, bro, yo.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. What has kept me going? Obviously, man, you know, Father God.
Yes, sir.
As Ado said, man, he touched on literally everything. just staying grounded. Me being consistent is just like, you know, it's the people around me, you know, like, you know, the people I surround myself with. You know what I'm saying? People I surround myself with, and you know, bro, just doing what I love, man. Like, yo, every time when there's a progression, bro, or something I go past, like, it's such a motivation to me, you know, such a motivation for me, and being able to like motivate somebody, getting a text from somebody, yo, Z, bro, your music changed my life, or this video, you know, touched me, you know what I'm saying? So like getting people that, you know, that really like resonate from what you're doing, you know, it's dope, but it's not like something I'm looking for, but like, you know, sometimes this type of things keep you going sometimes, you know, when you're down. You're just like, man, you know, but ayikho fethu, like nothing uzodlula fethu, like to just like pray, man, to like just pray, bro, and like things will happen, bro. Like God will put the pieces down for you. It's just gonna
Goes all the way.
Yeah, it goes all the way. Yeah, man, yo, it's a touchy subject, but yeah.
Nah,
That's cool.
It's calm, man.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what
not
saying?
too
It's
deep
cool.
with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think it's important for cats to always, you know holistically, because, you know, we are people's main life, and there's some factors, as much as we put in the work, and you have to put in the work, don't be lazy, but like there's things that are out of your control, you know. So I just wanted to hear you guys' opinion on that. But unofficially, I'm about to close this podcast to say it has been a honor indeed, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna close by just saying, yo, it's already there. Your progression has already been occurring. All you literally have to do is identify with it and see, yo, look at where you were a few years ago and look at where you are now. Progress is always occurring. It can happen fast, it can happen slow. Some things, most of it is probably in your control. Some of it is not. But if you can find a way to improve every single day, trust, ain't no way that you're not gonna get to where you need to be. So on that point, young creators, you know what I'm saying, we got you with the O31 Go, spitting gems, spreading love, you know what I'm saying, and we out here. Where can the people find you?
So it's O31 Goats _ actually it's just O31 Goats.
O31
Right,
Goats.
because, you know, you're on the worldwide right now. It was SA back then, but like now it's just O31 Goats on all platforms. Goatzilla, all platforms.
Yeah.
Ain't no worldwide, all platforms.
Yes, sir, you already know.